Thanks for gracing the event. Right. As far as the topic goes, that will be my second question. The first question will be that to introduce yourself and give us a length and breadth of what you are handling as a profile and your institution. So for everybody to, get a hang of it.
Good evening, all. I'm Anubha Sharma, heading the admissions and marketing for GRD IMT group of institutions. So my role, I take care of the entire calling team, plus I take care of the outreach and the branding for the group of institutions. That's about me. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the opportunity. First of all, Meritto. My name is Agrieem Jassola, and I'm the Director of Sales and Marketing and Growth at Himalayan Institute of Technology. So my role, as it is self-explanatory, it's sales and marketing. And then the growth parts comes in, which is, growing the institution in an overall way. So that is what I do on a day-to-day basis.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you, Meritto, for giving us this opportunity to come on this platform and interact with the people. And such an intellectual August gathering is here. I am Dr. Rajeev Bhardwaj. I am the Pro-Vice Chancellor of DBS Global University, taking care of the academic administration, apart from the marketing, branding, promotion, taking care of the day-to-day academics as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Saurabh. As I have already discussed about myself also, I'm Senior Manager Admission and heading the branding cell of the entire Uttaranchal University, plus taking care of the PROs and the heading the Alumni Association, taking care part. And to the digital part, I'm taking care of the ads and all the digital platforms that they are running all over India, and the digital marketing and the offline marketing pan-India.
Great, great. So the first question to the panel would be that how Uttarakhand, precisely Dehradun, right, is evolving as a hub in India, and how are we leveraging the technology pre as well as post-COVID?
See, when I talk about Uttarakhand and specifically Dehradun, so Dehradun has been always a preferred destination amongst the student, number one. Number two, I should say is the safest destination, because we've seen that there are a lot of problems with the students when they come from maybe states like Jammu and Kashmir, maybe from regions like Northeast, because there's a habit of people talking like they're chinkies. Yeah, they would say, "Are Kashmiri hai." So things like that in Dehradun, it's not there. And we deal in a manner like we understand that it's student is fragile. You cannot always say that, no, you just come and take admission. But those emotional connects are there. And when I talk about Uttarakhand, so we are more into divinity, spirituality, and that holistic approach. So when we say the entire environment of this region is so positive and so energetic that the vibes that one would feel entering to the state definitely gives him or her an extra edge to pursue their higher education from this state. Talking about technology, post-COVID and during the COVID period and prior to that, so it's way beyond expectations, because we never thought of that we would be on a platform where everything would be just stand still and it'll be online. The day it was said that it'll be a lockdown, so there's a friend of mine sitting here, Mr. Deepak Karki, he's from JBIT. So I said that I just want to purchase a phone because I think my phone was damaged or something of that sort happened. And next day, when it was announced that it'll be a lockdown, I was like, how would I have survived if I was missing my phone? So till date also, I tell my friends that, see, I was the one who purchased my phone just a day before this lockdown happened. And talking about the times wherein it was so monotonous, the technology was the one which was helping each and everybody to connect with their loved ones. So that's what I feel, that technology played a major role or the vital role. That's about it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Same question is for
Same
me?
question. Yeah, yeah. We need to have different perspectives so that everybody as in the audience get to know. And post this panel, I would encourage each one of you to have some sort of questions also to the panel, so that they also get to know what your thoughts are.
No, what ma'am said is absolutely right. Dehradun is a very nice place to study because first of all, it is safe. ये मैम ने हमें समझा दिया. Second of all, it gives you a very wonderful environment to study. It's a clean place, it's a green place, and you get a lot of clean air which you do not get in Delhi, Gurgaon or other regions. You must be knowing that.
Yeah, for sure.
So this is one of the good things we have. Second, the weather is very nice. The temperature is very nice, though this year it was a little, different for us as well. But gradually barish ho gayi, so everything was fine. So this is how Dehradun is good for education. Then, but there are a lot of challenges also as an educationist to run an education institution in Dehradun, which is the terrain. Terrain is a very big problem because if you construct something in Delhi, Gurgaon or a plain area, that is very cheap. On the other hand, if you construct a building in a hilly area, that the cost of building that building is 10x compared to construction in Delhi, Gurgaon. So this is a big challenge and infrastructure is very important. So giving our students good infrastructure is a very big challenge in Dehradun, which we face as an institute. And then there was a point where you asked about the education pre-COVID and post-COVID.
Absolutely. The technology role, that how it has come into picture.
Look, I feel that COVID was good for education. This is what I feel. Because I have done my master's from Germany. So this is before COVID. And in Germany, we used to study in a very different manner. Pre-COVID, everything was in pen and paper in India. So I did my undergrad from India. Everything was pen and paper. And as soon as I went to Germany, everything was online. So at that time, I'm talking about 2017-18, also, we had online classes in Germany, which was very convenient, which was very nice. So I feel that COVID gave an opportunity to the Indian organizations to adapt technology. And agar COVID nahi aata, to I am pretty sure education would be the same like it was pre-COVID. Because it is very difficult for teachers, lecturers, senior people to adapt technology. But COVID mein kuch karne ko tha nahi, so we had to adopt it. It's either you do it or you leave the profession. So I feel personally that COVID was a step up for Indian education system on a whole.
Okay. Sir.
Thank you. Your first question was Uttarakhand as an education hub. So I tell you, when it was not Uttarakhand, it was a part of UP only. In 1990s, I was a student in Nainital, and I am a UP guy. I belong to UP. Even those days, this part of UP means now Uttarakhand was a dream destination for education for everybody. Be it the Sherwood Birlas in Nainital, be it Doon School here in Dehradun, and I believe that Vellums for girls. So that was basically a dream destination. And if we talk about the hub of education for higher education probably, so there are few reasons which come to mind. People go to either Bangalore or to go to Pune side, or they go to Delhi NCR. And now of late they have started coming to Dehradun as well. It has developed as a big education hub. And I tell you, there was a time in Delhi NCR, especially in Greater Noida, there were 85 institutions running, surviving, thriving, and gradually they lost their sheen. Now, Dehradun and the Uttarakhand area as an education hub has come up very, very nicely, and the management and the administration of these institutions are really focused on the quality education which other people in other areas could not focus. So undoubtedly, this is a good destination, best destination for the people to come and study here. As the climatic difference we can feel now, it is again 40, 41 degree temperature till yesterday. And today it has come down a bit because of rain. But I believe that apart from everything, people of Uttarakhand are really good. It's not about the place, it's not about the academics, it's not about the other things, infrastructure and all. It's about the people of Uttarakhand. They are also very great.
More of a culture that you are talking?
Yes, culture, people, culture, and their. And when it comes to your second part of the question, that how COVID has played a role, I remember I was with Amity University on 23rd of March. It was declared that there will be a lockdown. And the classes will not be held in the campus. Physically, everybody will be. Teachers, I believe, maybe a few people disagree with this fact, teachers are a creed which don't want to change. मतलब वो एक ऐसी बिरादरी है जो अपने आप को तब तक नहीं बदलना चाहती जब तक बिल्कुल नाक पर ना आ जाए. मतलब they don't want to change. They don't want to adapt the technology. Now it became apparent and became inevitable for everybody to change themselves and to go online for the online teaching. Surprisingly, everybody on 22nd of March was running with their laptops here and there to get Zoom downloaded. Bhaiya kaise hoga batao? And how will I bring all those students of my section in this platform, and how can I conduct the classes? So rehearsals were happening, masks came into existence on 22nd of March. लोग डरे हुए भी थे, लोग भयभीत थे, लेकिन लोग सीख रहे थे. And surprisingly, the very next day when the lockdown was announced, not even a single class suffered. It's not about Amity, I'm talking about everywhere. People changed. So COVID has made us more tech savvy. Before COVID, we used to be a bit full of fear while ordering big deals on Amazon or Flipkart. यार ये 30,000 रुपए का सामान है, नहीं जाके दुकान पे ही देखेंगे तब लेंगे, हाथ में लेके देखने में ही ठीक लगेगा. But after this, for 3 years, people were totally dependent on these online orderings. So the same with the education as well. Students, I know those times as well when students used to keep their phones at their back pocket. प्रोफेसर पीछे से बोल रहा है और बच्चा अपने काम में लगा हुआ है. So those were the drawbacks and demerits of technology as well. But of course, technology has changed us a lot, and wherever today we are, that is the credit goes to technology only. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
I think they have said very well. See, काफ़ी एक्सपीरियंस है सब लोगों को. माई एक्सपीरियंस इज़ नॉट सो बिग. आई हैव 15 और 16 ईयर ऑफ एक्सपीरियंस. मैं थोड़ा बच्चों के साथ ज़्यादा रहता हूँ. आई एम मोर इनटू लाइक स्टूडेंट सेंट्रिक. आई रेदर मीटिंग विद एवरीवन, आई विल डायरेक्टली अप्रोच टू द स्टूडेंट. सो देहरादून और उत्तराखंड की अगर बात करूँ तो इवन आई हैव कवर्ड नियर अबाउट 15 to 16 states in North India and some middle parts. So each state students have different concept related to Dehradun and Uttarakhand. If you go about this Delhi NCR, अरे यार बहुत बड़ा ठंडा होता है यार, वहाँ बड़ा मौसम बहुत मस्त है. If you go about the north east and central part, तो they are more into like अच्छा हाँ वहाँ schools बहुत अच्छे हैं, वहाँ universities बहुत अच्छी हैं. If you coming to this इधर राजस्थान and Gujarat part, तो they have a little bit of concept, हाँ very safe place and वो नहीं होता. Since sir is from UP, I am a little bit from UP also. So when you go to the UP, then they have हाँ हम अपने बच्चे को पढ़ने देहरादून भेजेंगे. Why? Because it's a very safe place to learn for, if I am not wrong. So Dehradun के लिए everybody was like having a different concept, either into the education of related to the schools or either the education related to the school, university and colleges. Previously, if I talking about the Delhi NCR people, so their first choice to study is to Dehradun. Why? Because they want to go for a good weather, and secondly for the education. And if I talking about the central and northeast part, they come for the education only because they are not exposed over there. And they're having a concept कि यार अगर पढ़ाई अच्छी है तो Dehradun is the central part. And now I come upon this COVID post and past COVID. So yes, I have faced at that time, I was heading the admissions at some university group. So my people are into the marketing fields. So I think COVID ne, that CRM, that process is giving a boost up by the COVID. if I'm not wrong. Because previously it was on the Excel, everybody was like using this pen and paper for their calling. But COVID has given an option for the CRM companies to boost up their product and to give a technology to the university and college कि भाई अपने process को अच्छा करो. So I think इस point से सभी लोग agree होंगे कि COVID ने CRM को एक बहुत boost up दिया. And yes, at that part, we have a certain in the mind ki yaar, how we can approach to the student and how we can approach to the their parents, because the offline is off. So the digital part came into the existence by this COVID. So I think the father of digital is a COVID itself. So I would say this word.
With the audience that you are sitting in front of, right? And internally managing that audience at the back end, that people around you, how they could adopt that technology so that you can address the future Gen Zs. How difficult or easy it was to manage internally. I mean, everybody can have, in my PPT also, I showed that you can buy any software as such. But was it easy to only buy a software and bring it to the people within your organization?
See, it was never easy. But you know, when you showcase as to whatever you are investing, so are we even investing on whatever is worth it or not? Because what I believe in is you have to showcase the ROI. And when that ROI comes into picture, that's the time, if the system feels that yes, we'll be on maybe the positive side of that particular change, so they immediately want to go with that change. Maybe the other people in the organization might accept it, might not accept it. However, if it is a positive change, then maybe off late people have to realize that whenever we were saying that not to adopt this technology or maybe the change, still they have to go by that, right? It was never that easy. Again, talking on the facts and the figures, because it's never been an easy process to explain it to the other person as to whatever is going in your mind or whatever understanding you have about certain product or certain change. The same thing needs to be explained to the ones who are the decision makers. And you know, decisions would definitely not come within a fraction of seconds, maybe a week or a month. It takes time, and you need to do a lot of analysis, and that analysis has to be in the right direction. Showcasing as to whatever is happening for a good reason. So that's there.
अच्छा, आपने अभी कहा कि all of us are from the floppy disk era. तो really sorry to disappoint you. I am from the SSD era.
चलो USB ले लेते हैं आपके लिए.
I am from the SSD era. So मेरे लिए तो personally it was very easy. It was very easy identifying good softwares because also I'm from an engineering background and I have done my masters in data. So मेरे को पता है सही data point पकड़ो and you decide whatever you have to buy. That is very easy for me. The difficult part is, like ma'am said, to teach the teachers, and also like sir said, teachers जो होते हैं, they are dictators of their class. So, you know, teaching something to a dictator is very difficult, and managing multiple dictators of your organization is really tough. है ना? आप क्लासेस आप लोगों ने लिए, आपको पता होगा, एक बार टीचर अगर स्टूडेंट को बोल दे कि नहीं ये नहीं हो सकता तो वो नहीं हो सकता, बट सॉफ्टवेयर आपको सिखाना ही है. तो दैट इज द टफ पार्ट. टीचिंग द टीचर्स आर द मोस्ट टफ पार्ट ऑफ ट्रांजिशनिंग टू द टेक्नोलॉजीज.
सी हमारे यहाँ
बहुत सारे टीचर्स हैं वैसे यहाँ.
हमारे यहाँ एक बात कहते हैं, मरता क्या न करता, है ना? So whatever difficulty we faced, whatever generation we belong to, eventually we all had to learn what was the need of the time. Convincing and teaching technology to the newer generation, younger generation, Gen Z, as you said, is not at all difficult. They are born with that. Difficulty is bringing a harmony between these two different ends. Those oldies and those who have just come up. I tell you, my father, just in these summers only, he was taking classes from my daughter to learn how to operate this touch screen phone. And my daughter, who does not own a touch screen phone, she was teaching him how to open a WhatsApp, how to open an account on Facebook, and how to have a video chat with mama, with papa, with dada, and anybody, everybody. So technology to the younger generation is something which they are born with. So उनके लिए कोई परेशानी नहीं है. परेशानी उनके लिए है जो अभी भी हार्ड नट हैं टू क्रैक एंड टू अंडरस्टैंड इवेंचुअली ये करना ही पड़ेगा. So थोड़ा सा डिफिकल्टी है, बट टीचर्स दो दे आर डिक्टेटर्स एज ही हैज सेड, दो दे आर डिफिकल्ट नट्स, बट दे आर द टीचर्स. And teachers have a bigger responsibility on their shoulders to take this nation ahead, and whatever sacrifice they need to do, they do. They do without cribbing, they do without any complaint, they learn and then they teach. और दुनिया का चलन है, सीखोगे तो ही सिखा पाओगे, जब तुम खुद नहीं सीखोगे तो किसी को सिखा भी नहीं सकते. So things are happening, it's going, दुनिया है, चल रही है, चलेगी ऐसे ही.
Thank you, sir.
I think मैं थोड़ा सा इन चीज़ों में अलग हो जाता हूँ. If I tell you about my story, though he said, sir said about the SSD, मैं कहूँगा we are from the USB era. So from the pen drive itself, we have started our journey. So yes, the biggest challenge that we have faced the challenge related to the generation gap that sir has said. We have some directors, we have vice chancellors, we have the chairman also, and to the other organization also. When we bring to the technology, we have to when technology came, I won't say ki we are the tech savvy or something, we learn it very fast. But still we are into the era that we will, yes, learn it. But how to use that technology to that person who is from that era of USD, or maybe not from the computer, that is the biggest challenge. But yes, nowadays the people, either he's from that generation or today's generation, they want to take a technology in their hands. So I don't think so. In today's era, the technology is something which is very different. Everybody, either he is from educated background or not from the educated background, everyone is using the phone. And yes, I recently came into one case yesterday. There is one parent who came from the Chhattisgarh, sir, and he is like came on the kurta and pajama for their kid, and their mother is like a gungat and all. That fellow mother was using an Apple phone, and he was so मतलब पर्टिकुलर अबाउट द ईच एवरी एंड अब शी सेड नहीं अपन तो अपने बेटे का इसी से करेंगे रजिस्ट्रेशन. सो शी स्कैन इट एंड देन डू द रजिस्ट्रेशन पार्ट. सो नाउ द पेरेंट्स आर मोर अवेयर कि यार ये क्या टेक्नोलॉजी यूज कर रहा है, आई वांट टू सी इट. सो दैट्स नाउ द पेरेंट्स आर मोर इनटू लाइक एंगेजमेंट पार्ट एज यू हैड सेड, एंड दे आर टेकिंग केयर ऑफ देयर पोर्टल ऑल्सो रिलेटेड टू द एडमिशन. सो आई थिंक आज की डेट में टेक्नोलॉजी इज एवरीबडी हैंड्स इटसेल्फ.
Definitely.
आप इसे ऐसे भी कह सकते हैं, इट ऑल डिपेंड्स ऑन द इंक्विजिटिवनेस ऑफ द पर्सन, द एटीट्यूड टू लर्न. It has nothing to do with their whereabouts, where they are living, whether they are living in a metro city, whether they are living in a suburban area or in a village. It's all about the attitude, whether they have that craving of learning new things.
Intent,
that's not
intent,
yes,
I would say.
intent, yes, of course.
Right. So with that intent word, I'll try to sum up some of the things that this ecosystem that we are trying to create. About Evolve, I talked about merit in terms of enrollments that I talked about, right? About the Illuminate series that I talked about, the insights that I talked about. We are trying to create an ecosystem. What do you feel that this kind of, because this is the first time that we are doing it in Dehradun, right? This is the 19th Evolve that we are doing, I mean, across India, right? So we have touched almost all the cities wherever our partners are, and we are trying to create that ecosystem so that everybody should get to understand what is the power of that data is, what is the power of the platform is, what is the power of people convening to this kind of a environment and share their experiences, right? So what do you think that whether this is the right approach, how we should, and if you have any feedback regarding this kind of an event?
So, why I feel that this is the right approach, it is making our jobs very easy. So, the institutions or the universities, till date, who are not working on the CRMs or the LMS, so it might be very easy for their representatives to convince the directors or the decision makers that yes, this is the right platform. Maybe not if NPF or Meritto, maybe some other LMS, but then technology wise, it is pretty much required to enhance the admission process, number one. Number two, to cut short on the admission process. The entire procedure is pretty long. So it's very easy for the counselors, for the decision makers, for the marketing team, and for budgeting, exactly where to put in the budget. So I feel it's good, and it's quite knowledge sharing agenda also, wherein we are getting new ideas how to do it and how to go about this. The loan process, as I saw, that is an excellent idea. So it's very difficult to explain the parent, but then when you showcase something, it becomes more easy. So that's from my side.
Thank you so much.
Can you repeat the question?
So my question was that about the ecosystem that I talked about, the overall concept of evolve, the overall concept of ecosystem that we are trying to create within the SaaS environment. It has nothing to do with more of Meritto. It is more about the ecosystem that we are trying to bridge, so that entire industry comes to an upskilling part and get to know about the technology and the investment that is happening in the industry, so that people are more encouraged towards the technology by even going for enrollments as a certification, coming to these kind of events, having that knowledge sharing insights that we have on the platform, so they get to understand what are the best practices also. People who are using Meritto or people who are not using Meritto, both of them.
So I think you gave your answer on your own. You gave your answer on your own. It is important. Absolutely, it is important. It is important to keep all the people in the industry updated. So Evolve is doing that. And of course, great initiatives by you guys. As ma'am said, loan process is very nice. I have a suggestion also, which you guys can work upon, and it will help us as institutions. That is to make a ERP software as well, because it's a very big challenge for us to, after the enrollments are done and we have the list of enrolled students, so now we have to push all the data in the ERP either manually or by APIs, and APIs, let's be frank, they're not perfect unless and until you guys make it on your own, because you don't have both the codes of both the sides. So this is a suggestion from my side. You can count me as your first customer if you decide to make a ERP software and it's need of the hour. We need to leave pen and paper on that side as well, and we need to go ahead on this particular thing as well.
Surely, well noted.
So very nicely said. First of all, there are two parts of your questions, and both you have answered well. But adding to that, I want to say that this concept is really great. People get to know about what Meritto is doing, what new things you are bringing up. You also get an idea what is the need, the challenges which people are facing, and you can address them through your technology. So of course it is good. My suggestion is that next time, if you do it, you should have a bigger number of audience, a bigger number of hall, so that you can interact with as many people you can, and you can get different perspectives, different ideas. And until or unless you interact with the people, you won't know what challenges they are facing. हम 5 लोग अपनी परेशानियां बता सकते हैं. He can tell you कि ERP कर लो तो बना लेंगे. There might be certain other challenges which other people are facing. I also want to suggest you one thing. Next time onwards, you should at least keep 2 sessions with the telecallers, counselors, and their market leads. We people are not the right persons to tell you what challenges on ground they are facing. Whatever we are telling you, we are telling to the feedback which we have received from our team. But those who are burning their feet while traversing that path, they are the right people to tell you. So हमें भी बुलाओ, ऐसा नहीं कि हमें न बुलाओ. लेकिन 1 और 2 सेशन आप रखो उन लोगों के साथ, so that they can tell you कि actual challenges क्या हैं. somebody is calling, making 100 calls a day. अभी आप चैटबॉट भी लेके आ रहे हो, सपोज चैटबॉट भी बात करेगा, बट ऐसा अभी पिछले सेशन में लोगों ने बताया, आई एम ऑल्सो स्ट्रॉन्ग बिलीवर कि जैसे ही मैकेनिकल आवाज़ सुनाई देती है मैं बंद कर देता हूँ. बस एक ही आवाज़ आजकल अच्छी लगती है जो पेटीएम पे आती है, जो अमिताभ बच्चन बोलते हैं 40 रुपये प्राप्त हुए, देवियों सज्जनों धन्यवाद. फोन पे. सो बाकी नहीं अच्छा लगता. सो कितना ही आप टेक्नोलॉजी इनकॉर्पोरेट कर लो, आपको ह्यूमन इंटरवेंशन चाहिए ही होगा. सो ह्यूमन इंटरवेंशन जिन ह्यूमन बींग्स की तरफ से हो रहा है, उनके चैलेंजेस को समझने के लिए आवश्यक है कि आप उन्हें बुलाएं, उनसे इंटरेक्ट करें, उनसे उनके चैलेंजेस समझें और उन्हें एड्रेस करें. बाकी तो हम लोग आपको मिलते ही रहेंगे, हम लोग आते ही रहेंगे. वंडरफुल इवेंट ऑर्गेनाइज्ड बाय यू, थैंक यू वेरी मच.
थैंक यू. दो मिनट लूँगा सर उसमें. वी ऑल आर प्रोसेस ओनर्स, तो इवेंट इज़ प्रिसाइजली फॉर प्रोसेस ओनर्स. इट्स अ वेरी क्लोज डोर इवेंट, तो हमेशा ही लोग कम रहेंगे, बहुत ज़्यादा लोग नहीं रहेंगे. दैट इज़ वन पार्ट. सेकेंड, जो आपने सर बोला कि इनेबलिंग पीपल हु आर आई मीन द ग्राउंड, आई मीन रियलिटी के बारे में. सो प्योरली एट मेरिटो इट इज़ 1-to-1 मैन मार्किंग है, जैसे फुटबॉल में होता है. वैसे अगर आपके इंस्टीट्यूशन में वो चीज़ नहीं हो रही है तो आपके इंस्टीट्यूशन में आ करके इनेबलमेंट होगी. दैट इज
नहीं, वो हम देख रहे हैं, हम करते हैं. सो अभी रिसेंटली शायद इसी वीक में ट्रेनिंग हुई है. सो वी आर डूइंग दैट एंड वी अप्रिशिएट दैट यू पीपल पे अटेंशन टू ऑल दोज क्वेरीज व्हिच वी रेज एंड यू एड्रेस देम ऑन टाइम. अच्छा है, और आपको ऐसा रहना पड़ेगा, वरना मार्केट में बहुत कंपटीशन है आपके लिए भी. यू नो, आई डोंट वांट टू नेम दोज कॉम्पिटिटर्स हियर, पर आपको यू हैव टू बी ऑन टोज एवरी टाइम.
डेफिनेटली मार्केट में मी टू रहेंगे हमेशा ही, फॉर श्योर. With only UI and UX, not at the back. Yeah, yes, sir.
Thanks to Meritto for this great event. See, to be very frank, we are not using the NPF right now. We have some other softwares, but still, yes. The two part that Anubha ma'am has already said, the loan part, which is actually being faced by many parents. This loan issue is very big issue for each and every parent. Either he is from the middle class or from the lower class. For a lower class, that they wanted to get settled down with their parents in a very good university, but due to some loan issues, we have faced that we have provided all the documents either related to the university, but they are not providing it. And second major part, I would say the technological part. We have counselor near about 90 counselors right now, and we do the applications near about 8 to 10,000 applications in a year. And this time also we have closed down good number. But the problem is, once you completed the application, then how to connect that applications who have already paid 1,200 or maybe 1,300, that actually come into the existence. Because see, one student is there, each and every university who are they are approaching. Every company have their come up with a product ki yes, we are the best, and you can approach to that student. You can send an email, WhatsApp and everything. But yes, what happened when it is come down, when it is closed down, they have paid. Now how your software get connected with that student, that is the most important challenging part. The suggestion, or I have a very request, I have already asked two vendors. Recently in India, one university, they have launched a very good email marketing campaign. And I don't know whether maybe you know about that. They are sending the email with a personal touch. Yeah, hi Saurabh, Rajvanshi. Thank you for choosing a BTech Computer Science in so and so university. आपके साथ हमारा सफ़र बहुत अच्छा रहेगा. हम लोग अपने प्लेसमेंट में बेस्ट हैं और ये है. And that is being not a robot. They have done it with the voiceover of something artist. And there is no company in India, because we wanted to launch in our university, but there is no company in India who has that software. That's a US based company who is doing this. So I think मुझे नहीं पता यहाँ पे इस चीज़ के बारे में पता नहीं, but that's a very good challenging task that can be done by you guys. I have already asked to these also कि यार इस तरह के कुछ concept law, because वो क्या था, दैट एक्चुअली अट्रैक्ट द स्टूडेंट डायरेक्टली. आई हैव हेard it, अरे यार ये तो बड़ा ही एक्सेलेंट चीज़ है. सो दैट कम्स इनटू एग्जिस्टेंस कि वी आर इनटू दैट सॉफ्टवेयर एरा की एप्लीकेशन प्रोसेस बहुत ईजी हो गई है. वी आर कनेक्टेड विद द स्टूडेंट्स आइदर फ्रॉम द लीड, वी आर सेंडिंग द मैसेजेस, you are also sending me, the sir is also sending everybody. But how, once the complete process has been completed, how we connected with the student, that actually come into the existence. Email marketing is there, but still yes, these CRM software has completed the process very easy. They are connected with the students very well. Our counselors are also very happy with the students' engagement, and yes, they are getting the notifications also. And this common platforms give us the opportunity to interact with the company, to share our problems, एंड यस टू इंटरेक्ट विद द अदर्स यूनिवर्सिटी कि भाई तुम्हारे यहाँ क्या बीके चल रहा है, ये एक बहुत बड़ा फैक्टर है. तो थैंक्स टू यू गाइज, थैंक्स टू मेरिटो फॉर कंडक्टिंग दिस इवेंट एंड कॉलिंग अस ऑल्सो हु आर नॉट द पार्ट ऑफ इट.
थैंक यू. जस्ट वुड लाइक टू ऐड, पोस्ट एप्लीकेशन बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट प्रोसेस होता है ना. उसमें जैसे एयरटेल आज भी मैसेज भेजता है दैट इफ दिस डेट हैज़ पास्ड बाय प्लीज इग्नोर इफ यू हैव ऑलरेडी पेड. दैट मैसेज इज नॉट सेंट थ्रू अस, right? Stage wise you can target, stage wise no spray and pray. You decide at what stage somebody is and you decide that what kind of messaging you want to communicate. Personalization is definitely is there at the email or at the WhatsApp level for sure. And what you're talking about that is purely on tokenization of telephony. That is the pure solution that is there in the market obviously, but it has nothing to do with the platform which is CRM and application. It is purely on the telephony based bot and cloud telephony that you will be able to see the blend. But definitely, I mean, integration is always there. Yeah. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for the participation at the event and the panel. Yeah.